Well, welcome, class of 2025. Congratulations on your acceptance to Notre Dame. My name is Gabe Brown. I'm an associate director in undergraduate admissions, and we're here to talk today about Welcome Week. I'm joined by a couple of my colleagues at the university, Lauren and Andrew. I'll let them introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about what Welcome Week is. So, Lauren, if you don't mind going first, just introducing yourself and telling us, in an elevator pitch, what is Welcome Week
Sure.
for students and parents?
Great. Thanks, Gabe, and thanks for having us here. Hello, class of 2025. We're so excited to eventually welcome you soon to campus here. So as Gabe mentioned, my name is Lauren Donahue, and I serve as the Program Director for New Student Engagement with the Division of Student Affairs. I work very closely with Andrew here out of the Center for University Advising, as our Welcome Week efforts is a collaborative endeavor between both the student affairs world and sort of a student's co-curricular experience along with their academic experience. So our Welcome Week program seeks to equip students with the opportunity to connect and develop long-term relationships and friendships with students at the university, and really focus on creating a sense of welcome and creating a sense of connection and belonging for students immediately when they enter campus. We seek to inspire involvement co-curricularly inside the classroom and outside of the classroom with research and getting involved in other academic pursuits, while what it means to live in a residence hall and what our residential life program entails. And so our program fundamentally seeks to do that through a multi-day affair that is required for all first-year students to encourage the and really support them in some of the basic transitions of orienting to a new campus and how to do laundry and where's the dining hall, to also bigger things of a welcome from Father John Jenkins, our university president, to time together at the grotto and a mass. It's really a special time, and Andrew and I are really lucky to be able to coordinate this effort for our incoming class of 2025.
Great, thank you. And Andrew, do you want to introduce yourself and maybe speak a little bit more about the events that students and parents should expect when they participate in Welcome Week?
Yeah, you bet, Gabe. Thanks so much. And thanks, Lauren. It's always good to be on Zoom with you. Hello, folks. My name is Andrew Whittington. I serve as Program Director for First Year Engagement here in the Center for University Advising. So I work very closely with advisors across all colleges and departments, but particularly our first year advisors who really walk with our first year students during their first months as Notre Dame students here. I'm also a double domer, as we call some member of the class of 2014, and I got my graduate degree in 2016 and loved it so much that I came back here and continually welcome folks into this beautiful community. As Lauren alluded to, many of the events of Welcome Week will really speak to Notre Dame's belief that learning in all of its kind of forms takes place in communion or in community. So that involves a sense of connection and belonging, and us communicating to each student that every single part of them, the flaws, their curiosity, their distinctiveness, they belong here at Notre Dame. And so this has a few beautiful, interesting facets, which are the residential community, where you'll kind of meet those members of your dorm, your RAs, your rector, who will serve as your residential home here on campus. It has to do with our spiritual community as created and loved human beings who ask really fundamental and human questions. And it has to do with the scholarly community, which is something I'm particularly excited about as we engage with faculty and witness their expertise and knowledge, and also their questions and their research and their discovery, and what it might look like as a first year student to enter into this scholarly community. So you'll engage with departments and with colleges, but also with dozens and dozens of centers and university institutes that are here on campus that integrate knowledge and learning in really awesome ways, from service learning experiences to Notre Dame international and global perspectives, as well as just a whole facade of things that you can engage with, from the Learning Resource Center to the Program for Academic or Educational Excellence. All these are just kind of for you to use as you find the best way for you to personally become a force for good and a member of the Notre Dame community.
Great, thank you. So I know that probably many of our students and parents are interested in lots of the little details of this program. I think as we've all learned over the course of this past year that flexibility is important, and living with a little bit of uncertainty about the future is important. So we're speaking right now in early April. Lauren, is there anything that you can share with us about the timing of Welcome Week?
Yeah, sure. So Welcome Week will certainly take place a few days before the start of the academic year, which will be Monday, August 23rd. The specific dates and timeframes regarding move-in and arrival for students to campus is still yet to be determined at this point, as we're monitoring health and safety protocols to ensure that we can continue to offer an in-person residential academic experience for our students. So we anticipate having more information and a full schedule to at least be launched by June at the absolute latest. But I'm working closely with colleagues on that front to really make sure that we're equipped appropriately so to offer that in-person welcome for our students. So unfortunately, more to come, but I'm eager to be able to share that with everyone soon.
Great, thank you. So Andrew, if I'm an incoming first-year student, maybe I don't know anybody else at Notre Dame, I'm arriving to campus for the first time because students largely haven't been able to visit campus as maybe they have in years past when they're making their college decision. Who are some of the people that I'll meet during my time in Welcome Week? Who are some of the people that I'll interact with?
Yeah, great question, Gabe. I think the first folks that you'll see as you are welcome to this campus are those members of your residential community. So that's your RA, who will lead as a senior kind of peer leader of your section within your dorm, and as well as your rector, who is kind of the spiritual and residential head of your community here on campus. You also meet your roommate and tons of other first-year students who are very much in the same shoes as you are, coming from a diversity of backgrounds and perspectives, but all excited to be at the University of Notre Dame, all a little nervous as well, and all a little bit ignorant of what the next couple of weeks are going to bring. But as someone who's experienced this both firsthand and serving in this capacity, it's a really beautiful time to witness our students enter into such an important and significant part of their lives, and to be accompanied by these members of the residential community, their future professors and faculty members, as well as the staff, both in the Division of Student Affairs and the Center for University Advising, who are just so excited to encounter them and to learn what makes them special and distinct, and to push them to ask some hard questions and to really discover some more about themselves, more about the world during their time at Notre Dame.
Well, great. Well, thank you both for sharing some thoughts and expertise about what Welcome Week is. Do you have any concluding maybe favorite aspects of the program, or a tip that you would share for students or parents to think about as they prepare to begin their time at Notre Dame?
Yeah, that's a great question, Gabe. I think I would twofold. So my personal favorite aspect of Welcome Week is our first visit to the grotto. That is a tradition that the entire class, in some way, shape, or form, whether this past year we did it staggered in a distanced way, or as an entire class gather in that sacred space to pray and to reflect and to think about their hopes and dreams for the future, and to really consider the journey they're about to embark upon. It's truthfully the first time that the entire class gathers together after parents and families and guests have departed from campus. And what I love about that aspect is that it sort of bookends a student's experience at the university. So this takes place during Welcome Week, their first week on campus, and then right a few days before senior students graduate from the university, they have a final visit to the grotto. And so I think there's a really beautiful undertone of what the grotto can be for students, those who are Catholic or not, and how to utilize that sacred space in their times of hopes and joys and trials that they face while they're here. And so for me, that's my favorite aspect. And then I would say my piece of advice for for students and for parents is to be gentle, with yourself as you embark on this exciting but nerve-wracking journey, and to know that all other parents and students and guests are in that similar situation as they're, encountering something unknown, and that there's time to get settled and to find connections and communities on campus, and that you're not going to meet your best friend in the first night. During Welcome Week, your room and your space will not be 100% organized as much as, parents and guests might want that to be the case for their students, that it will take time, and that's okay. And that, there is time. And so I think those would be my favorite takeaways, the grotto visit, and then just being gentle and remembering the time is not urgent for our students and their parents and guests on campus.
Andrew, any words of wisdom that you want to share?
Yeah, I think I just echo Lauren's sentiment here, where Welcome Week is very much a preamble to your entire Notre Dame journey, right? And so it's almost just the first page in a really dynamic and an interesting book that's about to be written. And so feel free to take a breath and not have to write the entire book within the first couple of weeks. Just live in this moment of the uncertainty of it, kind of the excitement of it. Embrace that for what it is, knowing that only great things are going to come.
Well, great. Well, again, thank you so much for your time and sharing some thoughts today. And I think we probably said the word welcome a couple dozen times today, but we really mean it. And so to everyone in the class of 2025, welcome to the Notre Dame family. Welcome home. And we look forward to seeing you this fall. Take care.
Bye.